Hi, my name's Ciara from Ciara's Home Yoga. This is Yoga to De-Stress. It's a very gentle grounding practice. Sometimes we don't need a physically taxing practice to de-stress. Sometimes we just need to slow down, and that's what we'll do today. We'll need a block for this practice. We'll start seated on our mat with our legs crossed, or you can sit in a cushion if that's more comfortable. Close our eyes and we'll start to consciously slow down our breathing, making sure we're breathing into our belly, feeling our belly rise and fall with every breath. Before we start, if a pose doesn't feel right for you, pull back and pick a pose that you know is a good fit. And release. Inhale, our left hand up. Exhale, stretch to the right. Inhale, flow to the other side. Exhale, feel into the stretch. And we'll repeat this a few more times, moving with our breath. We'll check in with our belly here and make sure we're breathing into our belly with every inhale. Last one. And release. Back to center. We'll inhale, both hands up, look up. Exhale, twist to the right, looking over our right shoulder. And again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. We'll repeat this a few more times, moving with our breath, breathing into our belly. Close your eyes if that feels good. Last one. And release, back to center. We'll make our way to sitting on our mat now with our legs bent and the soles of our feet in our mat. We'll inhale, look up, chest open, arching our back. Exhale, we'll bring our chin to our chest and squeeze our navel to our spine. We'll repeat this cat-cow flow a few more times. Keeping our shoulders down away from our ears throughout. Holding onto our knees as we flow. Breathing deeply. Last one. And release. We'll make our way to tabletop now with our hands under our shoulders and our knees under our hips. Inhale, straighten our right leg and reach up with our right hand to the ceiling. Exhale, knee back down and we'll thread the needle, hovering our right arm over our mat. And again, inhale, straighten our right leg, reach up with our right hand. Exhale, knee back down and we'll hover our arm over our mat. One more time. Inhale, reach up. And on our exhale, we'll bring our arm down to our mat and we'll stay here for a few deep breaths. Pushing into our left hand to increase the twist. You can come up onto your left fingertips here if that feels good, or bring your left hand to the top of your mat. Pushing into your fingertips to increase the twist. Breathing deeply. Inhale, back to tabletop. And we'll repeat the same on the other side. We'll inhale, straighten our left leg, reach up with our left hand. Exhale, knee back down and we'll thread the needle, hovering our left arm over our mat. Inhale, straighten our left leg, reach up. Exhale, knee down and hover. Last one. Inhale, reach up, straighten our leg. Exhale, knee down, and we'll bring our arm to the mat. Pushing into our right hand to increase the twist. Coming up onto your fingertips if that feels good. You've the option here to bring your hand to the top of the mat. And breathe deeply. Keeping our hips over our knees here. Inhale, back to tabletop. And exhale, we'll make our way to child's pose, keeping our knees and our feet hip distance apart. Extending through our arms and melting our chest to our mat. Inhale, we'll move forward to cobra, shoulders back and down, looking up. Exhale, back to child's pose. We'll repeat this flow a few more times, moving with our breath, breathing deeply. When we come forward to cobra, we'll tuck our elbows into our body. Last one. And back to child's pose. And release. We'll make our way to kneeling on our mat now. Shoulders back and down. Inhale, we'll raise up, arms up, look up. Exhale, arms down, we'll give ourselves a hug and fold forward. We'll repeat this a few times, again moving with our breath. These are Tibetan Sun Salutations, and they're a great grounding practice. I like the hug part, as I'm really missing hugs right now. Last one. And release. Inhale, back to sitting. We'll make sure our block is at the right side of our mat. From our kneeling position, we'll extend our left leg, lining up the arch of our foot with our right knee. Shoulders back and down, pelvis tucked. Inhale and stretch to the left. And exhale, we'll stretch to the right, bringing our right hand to the block, dropping our lower shoulder. And again, inhale, stretch to the left. Exhale, stretch to the right, bringing your right hand to our block. We'll repeat this flow a few more times, changing the orientation of the block if you need to find the one that works best for you. You might even like to bring your hand to your mat. We'll hold this last stretch for a few deep breaths, breathing deeply. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, we'll bring our hands to our mat and switch out our legs. Pelvis tucked and shoulders back and down. Inhale, stretch to the right. Exhale, bringing your left hand to our block, changing the orientation of the block to find the one that works best for you. We'll repeat this a few times, breathing deeply. We'll stay in this last stretch for a few deep breaths, making sure our left shoulder is away from our ear. Checking in with our abdomen, feeling it rise and fall with every inhale and exhale. We'll inhale back to center. We'll move our block out of the way and we'll make our way to extended child's pose, opening our knees as wide as the mat, and we'll bring our big toes to touch before coming forward into extended child's pose. We're drawing our chest towards our mat here and breathing deeply, bringing softness to our face. We'll check in with our jaw and behind our eyes and let go of any tension here. Inhale back to tabletop, bringing our knees hip distance apart. We'll bring our elbows to our mat in the exact position our hands were in, clasp our fingers, and we'll walk our knees back an inch or two before coming into puppy pose. In this pose, we're drawing our chest to our mat again, breathing deeply. Our hips remain directly over our knees here. We'll check in with our breathing. Option to try to make your inhales and your exhales equal in length. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Counting at your own pace. And release, making our way back to tabletop. We cross our feet behind us and we come to sit on our mat with our legs bent and the soles of our feet on our mat. We'll bring our hands behind our knees and we'll rock and roll, massaging the entire length of our spine. We'll squeeze our navel to our spine while doing this. Last one. And release. We'll bring our hands to our knees and roll down to lying on our mat, one vertebrae at a time. We'll move our feet behind our bum close enough so that when we raise up in our upper body, we can skim our heels with our fingertips. We'll inhale, raise our hips up to bridge. Exhale, lower back down, one vertebrae at a time. We'll repeat this a few times. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, rolling back down, one vertebrae at a time. We'll make sure our shoulders are grounded to our mat here. Breathing deeply. Last one. And release. We'll bring our left foot to our right knee now and thread our hands between our legs to hold on to the back of our thigh. We'll flex both our feet here. Our shoulders are drawn down our back. Breathing deeply. Feeling the air working its way into our left hip and back out. Option to do your count to 4 breathing here. And release. Bringing our feet back to our mat. We'll bring our right foot to our left knee now and hold on to the back of our left thigh, drawing our left knee into our chest and breathing deeply. Both feet flexed. And we're drawing our right knee away from our upper body to open up our right hip. Only as much as feels good. Breathing deeply, Long, slow inhales and long, slow exhales. Bringing softness to her face. And release, bringing her hands and her feet back to our mat. We'll move our feet as wide as our mat now, and we'll do some windscreen wipers here. Dropping our knees to one side, and then the other, and again. And release. We'll straighten our right leg and tuck our left toes behind our right knee before twisting to the right. Our left shoulder remains on our mat, and we look to our extended left arm, breathing deeply. And release, other side. Right knee tucked into the back of our left knee and twist to the left, looking to our right outstretched arm. Right shoulder remains grounded on our mat, breathing deeply. Restorative twists like this are very grounding. And release, bringing our feet back to our mat, and we'll roll to one side to push ourselves back up to sitting. I hope you enjoyed today's practice. Please consider subscribing to Ciara's Home Yoga for more yoga videos. Namaste.